I'm just here to share another book with you. It's called Earth Day Hooray, and this book focuses on place value, so here's a quick refresher on place value. "This place is a mess," said Ryan. "That's why we're cleaning it up," said Carly. "Come on, pitch in." The Maple Street School Save the Planet Club was cleaning up Gilroy Park, the site of this year's Earth Day celebration. They picked up candy wrappers, crumpled newspaper, empty coffee cups, old flyers, lost tennis balls, and lots of aluminum cans. "You know," said Ryan, "even after we're finished cleaning the park, it won't look all that great. It could really use some flowers at the entrance." Gilroy Park had a few trees and some grass, and that was it. "If we take all these cans to the recycling center instead of throwing them away," Ryan continued, "they'll give us money for each can. Maybe we can make enough to buy some flowers to plant." So our fun fact is, in 1999, recycling and composting kept about 64 billion tons of trash from ending up in the landfills or being burned, which pollutes the air. Mrs. Watson, the club advisor, thought Ryan's idea was fantastic. She said, "If you can get 5,000 cans, that should be enough for some really beautiful flowers." "I bet we won't find that many," said Luke. Companies pay recyclers about $1 billion a year to buy aluminum. The club sorted all the cans they found. Ryan, Carly, and Luke filled small bags with 10 cans each, and when they had 10 small bags, they put them in a big bag that held 100 cans so that they could be easier to count. They ended up with 3 big bags of 100, 5 small bags of 10, and 9 single cans. They left the bags near the trash bin so that Mrs. Watson could pick them up that evening. That's a total of 395. I knew we wouldn't get to 5,000. Next morning at school, Mrs. Watson called Ryan, Carly, and Luke to her desk. "Bad news," she said. "The trash collector at the park didn't realize the cans were for recycling. He took them to the dump with the rest of the trash." "I knew it," said Luke. "I knew we'd never do it." "Don't give up," said Ryan. "We can still collect cans. We'll have a can drive right here at school." "I don't know," said Luke doubtfully. "It will only work if a lot of people bring in cans." Americans use more than 80 billion aluminum cans a year, and Americans save 247 million pounds of paper every day to be reused and recycled. The custodian, Mrs. Jones, set up a barrel in the hallway. Luke made a big sign, Mrs. Watson helped Ryan print up a flyer announcing their goal, and Carly drew a cartoon. It takes only 60 days for an aluminum can to be turned in, melted down, and made into a new can. In the year 2000, Americans recycled more than 1,500,000 pounds of plastic bottles. The next day, a few kids brought in cans. After school, Ryan, Carly, and Luke went to check out the barrel. They sorted the cans into bags. They had 5 small bags of 10 and 6 single cans. That makes 56. We'll never get anywhere at this rate. Carly wrote 56 on the sign. "We need more kids to help," she said. Carly, Luke, and Ryan got permission to visit every class and ask for help with the can drive. Carly worked all night so that she would be ready. In the year 2000, Americans recycled 1,900,000,000 pounds of aluminum. The first Earth Day celebration was on April 22nd, 1970, and about 20 million people participated. After school, Ryan, Carly, and Luke stopped at every park and field and picked up every can they saw. The next morning, Ryan, Carly, and Luke brought their cans to school. They went by the barrel to drop them off. "Look at all these cans," said Carly. "I knew it would work." At recess, they counted the cans. They ended up with 6 big bags of 100 and 3 small bags of 10 and 5 single cans. That's 635, even more than we had at the park. Carly wrote the total on the sign. Mrs. Watson walked by. "You're going to need bigger bags," she said. "I'll bring some in tomorrow." And we had 56 yesterday, so added up, it's 691 cans. When Ryan, Carly, and Luke checked the barrel the next day, it was overflowing. "We'd better ask Mrs. Jones for some more barrels," said Carly. They had 1 big bag of 1,000, 4 bags of 100, 8 bags of 10, and 3 single cans. That's 1,483. Carly wrote the total on the sign and remembered to put a comma between the thousands and the hundreds. When we add it to what we had already, that's 2,174. That's still a long way from 5,000. Ryan, Carly, and Luke kept working. Luke put signs up all over school. On Saturday, the members of the Save the Planet Club knocked on every door in the neighborhoods. They handed out Ryan's flyer and carried a big bag for people's empty cans. Recycling 1 aluminum can can save enough energy to keep a light bulb of 100 watts burning for about 3.5 hours. On Monday morning, Ryan, Carly, and Luke couldn't dump their cans into the collection barrels because they were already full. At recess, they counted cans, and by the time recess was over, they still weren't done. Mrs. Watson said that they could skip spelling to finish counting. "And you didn't think this was a good idea?" Carly teased Luke. "Great, no spelling today." Finally, they finished. They had 2 huge bags of 1,000, 8 big bags of 100, 5 small bags of 10, and 2 single cans. That's almost 3,000. It's 2,852 to be exact. Luke wrote the number down. "We did it!" he shouted. And with the 2,174 we had before, it's 5,026. Mrs. Watson took the cans to the recycling center right after school. And Saturday morning, she drove Carly, Luke, and Ryan to the plant nursery. They each picked out flowers in their favorite colors. That afternoon, the whole class came to Gilroy Park for the Earth Day celebration. The first thing they did was plant flowers at the entrance. The park looked beautiful, and there wasn't a single piece of trash anywhere. So I hope you guys enjoyed the book. Sorry that the glare is so bad today.